So it looks like Godzilla vs. Kong 2021 might be delayed already again. And we're not talking about the original release date for 2021. We're talking about a different release date. So let's get in it. So if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscribe mark, I will be giving away something pretty darn cool. So this is coming from Godzilla-movies.com, and the title is Godzilla vs. Kong may be getting delayed again. And the source for this is pretty darn interesting. Yesterday, AT&T CFO John Stevens said the following, and obviously Warner Bros is owned by AT&T for anyone that doesn't know. He commented on the fact that the up-and-coming film slate during an investors conference call, he stated, "I'm not certain where those are going to go," suggesting possible further delays in some of the titles. The reason why there may be new theatrical delays for Warner Bros. Is because of Warner Media's recent company reorganization initiative, which has included massive layoffs over the past week or so. Whilst these possible new delays may only affect other Warner Bros. Films like Wonder Woman 1984 June, there is a chance it could actually affect Godzilla vs. Kong as well. So I know you guys are going to get freaking mad about this, because you guys get mad about anything, because you're just like me. We've had our first technically official look at Godzilla vs. Kong, courtesy of a toy leak. So it is getting a bit frustrating that it doesn't even look like we're ever going to even get this movie, does it? Although it kind of does. But then it doesn't. We've had all the drama with the trailers coming in July, and now we're nearly at the end of August. Still no trailer. Honestly, guys, I don't think we're going to be getting a trailer anytime soon. No trailer, in my opinion. I've spoke to some people behind the scenes, and until Warner Bros. Exactly knows what is going on, this Tenet movie that's coming out on Saturday here in England, Christopher Nolan's new movie with Robert Pattinson, etc. That movie is going to be quite pinnacle to see what other movies do. Also, New Mutants is coming out pretty soon. So these up-and-coming movies are going to be very important to the overall landscape and the economy of movie releases specifically. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a huge week when both Tenet and Marvel's, I guess you could say, New Mutant, I know technically it's Fox, but they own them. It's going to be massive. So we might as well go over some other Godzilla vs. Kong content in this video, as you guys love to know stuff. If you haven't already, check out the video where we broke down the fact that, spoiler warning if I ruin your life, that Godzilla wins. So there is a new snake-like titan featuring a long curved tail, red fins, and wings. Perhaps the most interesting part of the new titan is its name. So it's called Warback. It was called Nazuki before, which is really weird because, except for the wings, you would say that it is literally a snake-like creature. Now this is coming courtesy of another toy leak from Playmates, but it's interesting how it's gone from being called Nazuki to Warbat. I presume Nazuki is pretty hard for people to say or something. Warbat with Osprey, pretty darn interesting, but also pretty weird. Doesn't actually confirm that it's gonna be in the movie, although it is official merch for the movie, but that necessarily doesn't confirm that it's gonna be in the movie, so to speak, because you know what people are like when it comes to merchandise. There were a lot of merchandise for Avengers Endgame that realistically didn't happen in the movie, but there has been some really fascinating toy leaks recently when it comes to it. It also does confirm that the Skull Crawlers are going to be there, and there is a ship-like hovering thing in the image. I'll most likely overlay them. That was also in a in a leaked description, which now you could currently say it is real. So these images are very interesting. They are official toys. We do see Godzilla with a massive cut on him. We also see Godzilla with a massive cut on his stomach. So both of them are going to take massive hits. It is interesting that they are making two Godzillas here. Not one isn't mecha. They both have, like, I guess you could say, the fins on their back. But it is interesting going forward to see how these toy leaks correlate to what is going on with the Monsterverse. It is cool, but it's like the movie's getting delayed till next year, and it looks like it could be getting delayed again. There's no trailer. People keep telling me, yo, Warstu, the trailer, where is it? And I'm like, well, there is a trailer, but there isn't a trailer, but there is. So it at least confirms that scroll crawlers will be back, but we know they are going to be going back to King Kong. Okay, I know legally they can't call it that. They are going to be going back to King Kong, Skull Island, Hollow Earth, all these cool kind of places. I did a full breakdown. I am going to be working on a crazy in-depth breakdown of the whole movie as it seems to be coming anytime soon. So I'll give you guys some context and some content as I've recently reached out to the person that went to test screening. It's interesting how the toy for Godzilla says with radio tower, and then the other one is with heat ray. So these toy leaks are very fascinating, and it does tell us that skull crawlers will be in it, and Godzilla vs. Kong will most likely be annihilating them, and if that's the case, it is pretty cool. I really wish that Warner Bros. Delayed one of the other movies like Wonder Woman 1984 or Dune instead of this movie, because I think this is going to be such an epic movie. And also, there's so many cool things on this website, so make sure to check it out. There's a Mecha Godzilla figure. We know Mecha Godzilla is going to be in this movie. That's pretty much common knowledge if you watch this channel. But I haven't done much Godzilla content recently, so I thought I'd cover some stories to do with Godzilla vs. Kong. So like always, guys, let me know down below who do you think is going to win, even though we already know Godzilla is going to win. But as I said in the prequel and in the actual movie, it isn't as clean-cut as we think. So the three titans that are technically confirmed will be Godzilla, will be Kong, and will be the Warbat, which is ridiculous. And I guess you could say the scroll crawlers, but they're not. I mean, I guess they're part of the monsterverse, but they're not actually a monster. And we all know Kong's new weapon is going to be freaking deadly, because they haven't given him any superpowers. We know he's intelligent. We know he's going to be much greater, much bigger, much smarter, much wiser. But that axe he's got, it's freaking deadly, and it's going to take out a lot of heads. Based on the information that we've already seen with the official tease image, that is pretty much the same thing we've seen at CCXP back in Brazil last year, where they're on some kind of aircraft, some boat, and they're both punching each other, and it looks like Godzilla's about to get his face taken out. It is just frustrating as a YouTuber, as a content creator that's been covering this topic for over a year now, where we can't even use the official trailer that was dropped, I guess you could say, at CCXP. Although it is only a few short seconds, we can't really use it. So it is interesting. We all know how this movie's going to end. It's going to be exactly like BVS, where Godzilla vs. Kong are fighting each other. One beats the other, technically by a midget. Then Mecha Godzilla comes in, and then the other one that's on the floor is recovered, turns out to help the other one, which is going to be very interesting. So what is also interesting is the human aspect of this movie is supposed to be far less than any other movie, because that's always a big criticism. There's too much human parts of this movie. We know there is going to be a 5-minute fight scene in this movie between Godzilla and Kong, and it's an all-out battle. But to someone that's watched that, but obviously the CGI wasn't worked out, and because this movie could get delayed again and again and again, then there could be more reshoots. It is interesting that Gonzalez, who's in this movie, she's also in Bloodshot, she's been promoting this movie. They've all like indirectly been promoting it on their social medias, which is cool to keep hype up, but they just need to drop this trailer. So for now guys, I'm going to put in this title, the trailer is also delayed, because they don't know when this movie's coming. But it's not Warner Bros. Or Legendary Pictures' fault, because we are in a very weird world, and like I said, Tenet, or Tenet as you Americans seem to call it, that will be the first movie that is coming out this coming weekend, but we don't know how it's going to do it. So like always, guys, let me know what are the titans you think are going to be in this movie, and I'll catch you in another video. But first, before we do the outro, a mention from our sponsors. No, I'm joking. So if you could check me out on Instagram at Warstu, that will be appreciated. I answer questions on there pretty much every day, and I post relevant news before I can make a video. If you do want to follow me on Twitter, WarstuG, that would be much appreciated. Also, we do have a Facebook page called Warstu, and we also have a Facebook group called DC Marvel Warstu, and that is a better way to get in touch. Also, we have a Twitch channel called twitch.tv/Warstu. I haven't streamed very much recently on there, but I do intend to do a lot more streams on there soon. So like always, guys, if you do want to enter that competition for the 100,000, just subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, and comment down below, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.